All right, so we're working on Gina's car today. Basically, how this all got started was she had this old janky head unit, right? How long have you had this head unit?
6 years.
6 years. Since you got the car.
I didn't put it in there.
Yeah, she didn't put it in there.
That's not my fault.
That's evident by the garbage work that they did. So basically, over the course of the last few days, we've been taking apart our car, have everything down. So basically what started as, oh, we're gonna take the radio out to try and replace it with this new factory radio. This was actually a factory takeoff. So somebody got a radio installed right as they got the car new, and somebody had it just left over. So we got a nice deal. But basically, the work they did was trash. I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of cut wires and, you know, cut wire mounts, electrical tape all over the place. No shrink wrap in sight. And the job was just shit. So, pardon my French. So basically, because we did that, we got she got the bug up her ass to spruce up the interior a bit. So what started as a radio fix turned into, well, let's black out the headliner if we're gonna be in there, and let's repair some of the interior bits. So basically, it has kind of like, if you're from the Volkswagen world, you'll be familiar with like soft touch. So it's got something similar that's coating all of the plastic on the center console and on the side panels and stuff like that. And basically that stuff peels off, and then wouldn't you know it, the plastic underneath it is actually gray. So what shows through is gray plastic, and it looks like total garbage. And so basically, you know, Gina took her time and she like stripped it all where she could and cleaned it all, and we coated it with SEM, this stuff right here, which is a godsend, I have to say. I've used this on my GTI as well. SEM color coat. Let me just make sure you got this in focus here. So SEM color coat using the satin black 15243. This stuff is really, really good. And you'd think that you'd notice there's a coating on the car right after you apply it to your surfaces, after you do like an adhesion promoter, but it's actually really, really nice. And I'll show you a result here. So this is what it looks like on the center console. And you can see that it basically looks like a factory finish. Like you'd think that you'd feel the texture of like a coating, but no, this feels like it's dyed. Like how plastic comes from the factory, kind of like dyed a certain color. It feels just like that. So super, super impressed with the finish. Super, super impressed with the quality. The prep is very, very light. There's not a lot of work needed. You just have to make sure that there's no irregularities on the surface, and make sure the surface is super clean. Use like a wax and grease remover, and then just kind of spray your heart away, and it looks mint. We wrapped the headliner also. As you can see, it's black, folded over the edges for good measure. Also did it ourselves. Gina did most of it because I don't have the patience for it. But
Which means it's not perfect, but it's okay.
Honestly, better than the gray. The gray that they put in these cars, and you would expect like the Nismo would be black because it's special. Like coming from the Volkswagen world, like all of the R models have black interiors and black headliners and black everything. Nissan's not like that. So the Nismo even has a gray headliner. So the only way to really get it is to have it all reupholstered, and all of the plastics that are gray, you have to respray them. And so that's what we're doing. Yeah, so back to these. They have a dimple finish. Basically, a lot of the people out there, what they do is they sand this completely flush, kind of similar to like how they do with like textured rub strips on cars, and then they paint them. But you know, that's a lot of effort for who knows what kind of result, when this like SEM stuff is like tried and true. I've used it a million times and it always works great. So we tried it here, and I mean, you'll see the final result once it's in the car, but
It's just gonna look a lot better.
it's gonna look so much nicer. And then there's one cherry piece on top that we're going to show at the other part of the video, which is a new shift knob. And we're kind of doing a little bit of Tex-Mex hybrid with the car world.
I think that's what kind of started this whole thing, actually, is I bought that first and then was trying to figure out how to like fit it onto the car, because it's not something that's gonna fit.
So keen eyes recognize a piece like this, you'll know what's about to happen, but just wait till the other part of the video and you'll see it.
So that's what started it, really?
Yeah, this is kind of what started. Yeah, so this started before the radio. So the radio actually this and the radio happened at the same time.
Yeah, that kind of was just like the straw that broke the camel's back, so to say.
Yeah, so she wanted the shift knob, and then after she got the shift knob, started to get kind of like this itch
Everything
to
was just bugging
fix.
the shit out of me. Yeah, I was like just looking at that every day. I mean, he'll show you what it looked like before. It was just, I don't know.
I don't know if I have a video of it before.
I have pictures of it.
Oh, okay. I'll put some pictures in then. But yeah, it's besides that, the interior's in great shape. I mean, this is originally a California car, so no rust, a lot of highway miles. Seats are in great shape. Other plastics are all in great shape. The sails and all that. Besides some pollen. All right, so headliner is in the car. We got the top portion of the center console in the car. The factory radio is now in the car as well. And basically this has been kind of like a little mini restoration. Plus OEM plus enhancements. So black headliner looks so much nicer in here. Do you agree?
I have to sneeze. Like, I just don't understand why it wasn't like this to begin with.
I know, right?
Black, black, black.
Everything's black. And now there's no longer any sort of gray ugliness on the center console, which is pretty sweet. This we did previously. You can see it looks really nice. The other side's already done, right?
Yeah, that side's all good.
Yeah, see, that's done.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why I didn't do that.
Ignore that aluminum piece. I'll do something about that eventually. But it's looking good. It's looking really good. How smiley are you? Good? Happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never want to take the headliner out ever again.
No.
No.
Why not?
I can't express enough how much I hated doing it. I mean, it was fun doing it once it was like out of the car, but getting it back in was like nerve-wracking because I didn't want to get it dirty.
You learned a lot though. It's you learn that you hate doing interior work just like I do.
And I think if you like it, you might be a sociopath. So.
A sociopath?
Yeah.
Probably. You heard it here first. If you like interior work, you're a sociopath. But honestly, this toolkit from Amazon was like 15 bucks and it helped immensely. I highly suggest it if you're doing any interior work. It has everything, including radio keys and all these, the pliers for the clips. It saved us from not breaking a lot of stuff. I mean, we still broke a bunch of clips.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Half the plastic in here is broken.
Here you can see the lower part of the console. Looks really good. And here's the shift boot area, which also came out really nice considering this is an aluminum piece. Testament to the SEM products and how well they coat with like almost no prep. But yeah, we're almost there. This is actually a VW Audi shift knob made by Black Forest Industries. I don't remember the name of it, but they have a whole suite of these.
It was like a Cerakote one.
No, I meant like the model number. Like I forget what they call them, but basically, so this has threads inside that are, I don't know if you can see, not really. They're very big threads, designed for a, Volkswagen Audi shift handle.
Shaft.
Shift shaft. And so what we ended up doing is, I don't think you can see it really well. Actually, you might be able to see it like that. So what we did is we bought an adapter that was basically a threaded insert that had threads on the outside and threads on the inside. And that allowed us to thread it in here permanently. And now this will adapt to the 350Z shaft perfectly. So she got the
I know it's
fabric.
a little bit funky, but I thought it would look good with the black in here. And I think purple is one of my favorite colors, obviously. So Black being the first favorite color, purple.
It's a nice centerpiece. I think it's gonna look really good.
Yeah.
Looks really good on camera.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so yeah, that's gonna go around it like that. I mean, I'm gonna obviously stitch it up so it fits nicely in here.
Yeah, it's gonna look really good though. And then you got the little whatever they call it, coin that goes up here,
Yeah.
right? But Black Forest Industries.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool. This has a lot of nice weight to it. I mean, this being rear-wheel drive and the tranny's right under here, it's already got nice weight to it anyway. But it's
like,
gonna
I
be
know
nice.
there's a lot of nice shift knobs that fit this, like, you know,
but
without having to put
this
the
is
effort into
clean.
it. But for some reason, these look so nice and they feel great. I just wanted a nice ball shifter with a good weight to it, and this was perfect. And I ordered it knowing that it didn't have threads, but I figured there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to get it on there.
Yeah, we figured it out.
And it sat around for a little bit, but here we are. We got it.
Yeah, it's gonna look sweet. I can't wait to see it all finished.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that'll do it.